Hello everybody, this is Charles Anderson. I am just a guy from Goodwill, Oklahoma, and I have a really great video game idea. With my series JMonkey Engine and Java Basics, we've got part 3. Today, Flow Control in Java, part 1 of that series. I'm Charles Anderson, and yes, this is my email address, relic724@gmail.com, if you have any questions about the series. So, today we're going on Flow Control in Java. The natural flow control for a Java app is to find the function called public static void main. We got a string array, some args for the name of that string array, and it's going to go from this bracket to this bracket, from the top to the bottom until it is done. And with flow control, this means that there are ways to skip, jump, loop, and circles and backtrack. And it is up to us to land on our feet. I'm wanting to be one of the successful indie game programmers, so I tend to think in games. So my example will be in games. Now, being that as it may, the natural flow control is we as programmers are trying to get our user, the people who use our programs, from this bracket to I clicked, didn't I? This to this bracket until it is done, and we want to get them safely and successfully there. Of course, they can mess up along the way, no problem. Yeah, it'll probably bug out our program if they go too far, but hey, we do the best we can. All right. So, the if-then-else statement. The if statement is used to omit some lines of code. Yes, that's my opinion of it. If you're looking from the viewpoint of trying to get from one bracket to the other bracket as effectively as possible, the if statement is used to omit some lines of code. Otherwise, naturally, those pieces of code would be executed. So that is, the if statement is used as a filter. And the Boolean expression true activates an if. So from the other viewpoint is an if statement can also be considered to include some lines of code that are normally omitted. So just however you like to view it. And from my viewpoint, this is a way to skip in program flow. So I will head over to JMonkey Engine. Honestly, I've been hitting this thing for 4 takes now, and it's late at night. I've already got the full thing. You know, here it is. There's the full thing written correctly, and it's a tutorial series, so late at night plus hey, it's just been a long night. My brain it's good. Okay, so public static void main string args from this bracket to this bracket. Here's the start, here's the end, and now we shall go on for a number guessing game. Let's start off with int the number. Okay. And we will set it equal to some number. For this one, I guess I'll go 6. Yeah, sounds good. And, of course, we're going to have somebody playing the game. So they're going to be guessing a number. And, right off the bat, that's just going to equal 0. There we are. We don't need to set it equal to 0, and the compiler will eventually tell me that I never needed to set it to 0, but it's good practice. It's the way that I think. Just in case I didn't set it somewhere else, I'll be getting funky numbers. So we'll also need a scanner. Oh, okay, I forgot to erase that one to type it in. But anyway, there it is. So my scanner equals a new scanner system.in. Alright, and finish that statement. There we go. And so I think we have enough to start off our first example. So we're going to need to tell the user system.out.print please guess a number from 0 to 9. Let's make this a real simple game. So, alright, now Programmers, yeah, we know what it is. They don't, or they won't, especially if you take it over and show it to a friend. Let's see. So then we're going to need to read that input in. So the guest number is where we need to store it. And so that will equal from my scanner.nextInt. Why is my scanner? My scanner, right? Dot. Yeah, there it is. NextInt. Come on. NextInt. All right, there we go. Now we have it. Now, they have just guessed. And so now we want to see if they guessed correctly. So, if, and here's a Boolean expression right here, right now. If guessed number double equal sign, which means does it equal? The number. All right. Then, okay, and it automatically generates a bracket for this. Come on, Jack. Keep focused. Keep going, man. You can do it. Then, hey, let's write out a congratulations message because they guessed it. Yes, that's what it was. Print line. And you win. Okay, so, all right, there we go. That should do it. If they guess it correctly, then they win. Yeah. If statement. All right, so 0 to 9, I'm going to guess incorrectly first. Nothing. And now, I will guess correctly. And I get you win. So, if guess number equals, the number, hey, guess what? You win. Cool. So, yes. Now, the else statement is a way to have another option available for some lines of code. Because Boolean expressions are true or false. So, if we want to have an action for either result, we can. So, yay. Let's go. Ooh, I've got hiccups now, too, on top of everything else. Seriously? Oh. Alright. Okay, so there's the brackets. Everything's still cool. You won't believe the problem I had with automatically generated brackets last try at this. Okay. System. Dot. Out. Dot. Print line. That wasn't it. Okay, so the else statement activates off of a Boolean false. So here's the Boolean true, here's the Boolean false. Please guess a number from 0 to 9. 0. That wasn't it. And if it is it, still you win. So now that I've gone through all that, yes, this is the if then else statement. Shoot, I should go ahead and just... There's also another way to do this. Why not? And it's called... Nope, this isn't the right situation for that. I'll go in on the next tutorial. Okay, so let's head back to our demonstration. So this is a way to skip around and skip in program flow. Omit some lines of code or include them, just however you're using it. I tend to think of it as omitting some lines of code. Next up, we have the while statement. And of course, in my personal philosophy, I think the while statement is used to omit a repeatable section of code. It too uses a Boolean expression. So when it comes across a while statement, it can skip it, the whole loop completely, and while it is true, it will loop. So for it to be true all the time is the worst thing for me as a programmer for it to happen. So I'm wanting it to skip this section completely, or go false as soon as possible so I can get out of it. But that's just me as a programmer. All right, next up, while. So for this number system, come on, Chuck, remember? Yes. While it's wrong, we repeat. Okay, so for this example, I will use a Boolean thing. Boolean. So tired. Boolean is wrong answer. Geez, just like proving a negative. Alright. Since we know we're actually wanting to enter this loop in the first place, because we're going to assume that they're not going to guess right on the first time. So, I need to start this while loop right here, because they've got to be able to, keep guessing. Cat, would you... Oh my goodness. The world conspires. But it's hilarious. It's freaking hilarious. I'm loving this. Okay, is wrong answer. A Boolean also suffices as a Boolean expression. So, yes, we can also explicitly control flow that way too. Alright, now, that. Okay, so they can read. Groovy, great, and... Cats, get away. Don't chew on the wires. Cat. I love those cats, but sometimes I swear. And shift right. Shift right. Yes, shift right. Sweet. Okay. So, here's the start of my while loop. Here's the end of my while loop. What is this? What is this? Okay. Oh, right, class. Okay, I'm just freaking out. You know what? I need to take this, and for my own readability, because I can see something. Source, shift right. Okay, now that makes sense. And this is why it's important to properly indent, people. Yes, this I'm lining up with that and that. Okay, but now I can... Alright, cool. Cats! Get! Yes, I love you. Get, Some days. Okay, now, while is wrong answer, now, we need to be able to flip this to false so that we can exit the loop. So, if they guess correctly, we need to make sure to set is wrong answer. It will now equals true. Very important thing to consider, because if you're going to enter into a loop, make sure that you can, get out of it. So, let's try it. All right, please quote 9. That wasn't it. 5. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. But once we hit the one, which is what, 6? Yeah, 6. You win. Is wrong. Oh, false. Remember, break out of the loop if it's false. Yes, I see that now. I see it. It is a late night. And you know what? Just be thankful. I'm giving careful insight onto when not to program a video game. Okay. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. And that was it. You win. We broke out successfully because I remembered that I was setting it to true. Okay, next up. So that's a while loop. It will loop. Oh, yes, it will loop. Alright, it is used to skip and loop and flow control. So if you approach a while statement, you can do the evaluation at the very front to skip it completely. If you do need to loop, then it'll evaluate and then run through it and run through it and run through it and run through it until it evaluates false for the Boolean expression. So let's go back to the slideshow. Next up, the do-while statement. A do-while statement is used to normally execute some code, then not repeat it. So yes, a do-while statement, it will run that code no matter what for do. It's just at the very end it'll do its Boolean expression to evaluate if it should repeat it. So, oh, Mountain Dew and caffeine, I love you. Ah. Oh, really? I'm just wanting to escape. It's late. I should be in dreamland. Okay. So let's introduce our do-while loop, shall we? Really? It didn't even... Delete that. Okay. Groovy. Do. Alright, there's your bracket. Alright. Here's your other bracket. While. Something else to be evaluated here shortly because we need another Boolean in there. Okay. Let's go ahead and give it another space. Let's go on ahead while I'm thinking about it. Go Alt-Shift-Right to move the code over. Okay, groovy, more readable. That's great. Our new Boolean is is play again. Why not? Yes, that was it. And that will equal false initially. Cat. This is actually pretty awesome. Late at night, cats are running like crazy and chewing on computer wires while I'm doing this. Alright. Now, that's advanced, that's good. That's for that do while. So, while it's the wrong answer, it jumps out of here. So once it jumps out of here, I'm going to say I could set it right here. His wrong answer is true again, if I wanted to. Because we just needed it false long enough to break out of that loop. However, I should probably put it in with if we need to let the user know. Okay, right? So we will say would you like to play again? Or play again since it's late at night. Yes. And then we will need to read in the response. And since I am using a keyboard response, I'm just going to say string player response. Why not? Equals null string of nothing, because we're actually setting it right here. Player response, and because we're not doing an integer, just next. Okay. System out print. Play again. So then it'll, they'll respond yes or no. Most likely yes if we wrote our game cool. And now we need to evaluate it. And here's another way of doing a Boolean expression as well. Sometimes there's classes that come with Boolean expression evaluators inside of them. So player response equals, and I will simply say yes. And then, okay, there it is. Let's see. Because we now know that they want to play again. So I will just go ahead and move that here. Because we know that they want to play again. Yeah, that is so. Is wrong answer equals true. Oh, and we need to say... Because I want them to choose a different number. I don't know about you. I'm kind of tired of playing the same number. So, number... There we go. And this time... You know what? I'll use that one. Yeah, it's already typed. I am so lazy. I am a horrible person. It's late at night. But I'm no longer fighting cats at the moment. That's a good thing. That's always a good thing. Alright, so now they'll pick a number, the number, okay, and then we can... Let's do this! And is play again equals true. Bang. Alright. And because we need it to be one or another else, is play again equals false. Maybe some other time then. Okay, it looks coherent to me. I think I remembered all my correct variables because if it's true here, okay, because this is our if-else statement, it needs to be one or the other. So is play again equals true, is wrong answer equals true, so when it hits here, they want to play again, so it loops back up here. And then, of course, it's the wrong answer now, so because they changed the number, obviously. And then so they got to guess for the new number, for that wasn't it. And then if it plays again, and then it'll check, and then it'll hit this, and if they don't want to play again, then maybe some other time then, while playing. And of course, because I'm a programmer, I want my user to safely reach the end. Game over. Thanks for playing. I am such a video game thinker, I guess. Although I can't wait to get to graphics. But hey, gotta start somewhere, right? Okay, so that wasn't it. 3, that wasn't it. 6, that was it. Do I want to play again? Yes, I do. Pick a number. Jeez. Really? Okay, 4. Sounds good to me. I'm not peeking, I swear. 7. 2. Okay, 4. Why not? You win. Play again? No. Game over. Thanks for playing. Alright. Now, right quick, I will show you a bug. I already knew this was a bug. I'm just introducing it. You know this. I know this. It's going to introduce 2-upper. Okay, please choose a number from 1 to 10. I guessed right the first time. Do I want to play again? Yes. Yes! Maybe some other time then. What? Okay. Sometimes, you know, they're pressing the right key. It's just not in the right case. So, one of the bones that we can throw the user is, like, on our end, hey, player response equals player response dot to uppercase. Yeah, that works. So now, what that does is it uppercases, so if it's lowercase or uppercase, I chose uppercase, so yeah. I mean, we could do 2 lowercase if you wanted, but yeah. Alright, so magically picked it. Oh, wait, I'm up. Yeah, it's still late at night, Chuck. Just gotta keep working. Alright, I win. Play again. There's my lowercase y. It registered correctly. I'll just, yeah. Alright, oh, I guess correctly again. Capital Y. 3. Okay. Now, truth be told, this program can still bug out. Obviously, if I do this, bam, bug out. But that's just... Anyway, error catching later. Basic error catching I'm introducing by giving some small hints on how to think. As long as you can see your logic, and because I use a Boolean for this one, and I also use a Boolean for this one, I have to make sure to track them. Just got to make sure to track them. But, hey, guess what? I am to the end of my first part. Next part, we'll be covering the for, the switch, break, continue, and return. No, return probably better wait till classes, but I will mention return, definitely. And that's... Oh, and of course, the inline tertiary operator. Don't worry. Oh, and more Boolean comparisons, but again, don't worry. That'll be that one. And I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's late at night. I'm going to go crash after this. Honestly, I am. Awesome. So, hey, I'm also on Twitter. I got an email. Y'all have a good one.